As the plane approached Beirut's airport from over the Mediterranean today, the TWA pilot urgently and repeatedly requested landing permission.
Now, Beirut, the hijacker has pulled the pin on his hand grenade. He is desperate. He has pulled a hand grenade pin, and he is ready to blow up the aircraft if he has to. We must, I repeat, we must land at Beirut. We must land at Beirut. No alternative.
Came the reply from Beirut's control tower, land quietly, land quietly. It did, and then the real panic began. The hijackers demanded the plane be refueled. The pilot frantically told the control tower in Beirut what might have happened.
They are threatening to kill the passengers. We must need fuel. We must get fuel.
I'm trying.
They are beating the passengers. They are beating the passengers. They are threatening to kill them now. They are threatening to kill them now. We want the fuel now, immediately.
That demand, too, was fulfilled in Beirut. The plane was refueled. Then came the demands from the hijackers. That was demands shouted in Arabic for the release of, quote, all our prisoners held in Israeli jails, and a demand that 17 Muslim fundamentalists held in Kuwaiti jails be freed. The TWA plane was parked on the Beirut tarmac just in front of a Jordanian airliner hijacked earlier this week and blown up by terrorists after all aboard that jet had been released unharmed. An anonymous telephoner in Beirut said that today's hijacking was the work of the Islamic Jihad terrorist group, and that telephoner added, and I quote, this operation aims at proving that Muslims are capable of delivering blows at U.S. imperialism, unquote. Now, as soon as the TWA airliner was refueled in Beirut, 19 women and children were released from the plane today. They were then flown later to Cyprus. The TWA jetliner then took off for Algiers. TWA Flight 847 originated in Cairo as TWA Flight 887. From Cairo, the plane landed in Athens, where it picked up most of its American passengers. Most of the U.S. passengers were picked up in Athens. It was to go to Rome, where passengers were to connect with the 747 jet to Boston and then on to the American West Coast. But what happened is the plane was hijacked. It made that dramatic and dangerous landing in Beirut, was refueled there. The plane is now on the ground in Algiers. Of the more than 100 Americans on board the hijacked TWA flight, about a third were said to be from towns near Chicago. They reportedly left May 31st on a pilgrimage to the Holy Land and were scheduled to visit Rome beginning today. Now, in Washington, President Reagan said he is doing everything that can be done, that's a direct quote, to gain the Americans' release. The president was asked if any warning had been given Iran, Iran being the backer of the Shiite Muslim terrorists very often. President Reagan declined to comment on that question. CBS News will report developments in this hijacking throughout the day as warranted, and we will, of course, have full details on the CBS Evening News tonight. Until later, Dan Rather reporting from New York. Good day.
This has been a CBS News special report.